HOT6 GSL. My conscience is telling me.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S Day 1 of Season 3 in 2015. Martosis alongside Valdez. And
we
here
got
we are.
thrown there on camera. That was awesome.
Yes.
We're back, guys.
Yeah, indeed. And it is not the match we were expecting. We were expecting Zest versus Cure, but Solar played very well. Cure just not quite able to hold on, just getting too far behind in the early games, or the mid games, I guess. But here we are.
Yeah, we made it this far. We'll see how Solar is going to do against Zest. We were saying from the beginning, definitely the guy we think is going to get out here in first place, or at least get out of the group, even if he does go down to Solar here.
I would think so, but I guess we'll see how this goes, because the one thing that I remember very specifically about Solar's style, when he was one of the very best Protoss killers out there, it wasn't from Swarm Host type play, it was more from Roach Hydra type plays. So I'm interested to see how that carries over now, because people have way more practice against that now, against people doing that well now. But still, that was his style, so maybe now that that's actually rotating and being strong, maybe that just makes him stronger. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what he's going to throw out here against Zest. What does he have prepared? He said he just wanted to win the first match, and he could get it from there. But we'll have to go up against Zest. And then we got Cure versus Myung-Sik in the losers match there. What do you think is going to be our final match, Artis?
I think it'll be Solar against Myung-Sik, I think.
That's what I put it at, too.
But I give Cure an okayish chance of beating Myung-Sik. I definitely favor Myung-Sik, but an okayish chance. And as for Solar versus Zest, I do give Solar a little bit of a chance, but definitely very much siding with Zest.
Yeah. I'm like 70-30 here for Zest, maybe 60-40 for Myung-Sik a little bit later on.
The matchup in PvZ just seems a little bit tough for Zerg right now. It's like you gotta be kind of creative in your play a lot of the time. If Protoss can figure out what you're doing, generally they can stop it. There's not too many sharp transitions that you can do that can really catch them off guard if they make. Oh, this song is sick.
Yeah, I love this song.
I'm just gonna shut up.
It's been around for a while, actually, this song.
Yeah, I've definitely heard it before. I haven't heard it in a long time, though. I didn't think I had enough time to get my phone out and use Shazam, but it looks like I did have enough time, but now I don't.
HOT6 GSL
It's always the way, isn't it? All right. In the top left, our Protoss champion.
KT 롤스터 제스트.
KT Rolster Chest. He's back with a vengeance. Up here in the top right in the blue.
삼성 갤럭시 솔라.
I guess he is a champion as well, taking down a DreamHack in Sweden.
Poor Sue. It's funny, like that's what I remember that DreamHack for. Like just another one that Sue lost.
Yeah.
Don't give Solar enough credit.
Well, I guess Sue finally does have a win under his belt, so.
Yeah. Still looking for that Tier 1 GSL SSL win.
Yeah. Those are really the two events where you're like, okay, if you win this, basically you can call yourself like the best in the world.
These guys have a long map history, it seems.
Yeah, look at that. Solar actually leads it. Isn't that interesting?
Seems like I had 3 matches in Pro League. Zest won 2 of them.
But, you know, a lot of these games quite a bit older. They were both really top-level players, like, quite a while ago.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those are from even last year.
Yeah, I didn't check the dates closely, but yeah, I don't normally count. Like, when I'm actually looking for who I think will win and really paying attention, I normally only look at like the last month, 2 months max.
That game they had in August of 2014, I don't even...
Literally don't care.
That didn't even happen, basically.
Yeah, Like, the only way that when that counts is when someone has won, like, 1,000,000 games against the other guy. Like, like 12 and 0.
7-0.
It's like, oh, okay, so this is actually could be a mental block rather than...
It's like Sulky versus Shine.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Sulky's even won against Shine yet. Maybe it happened
He won
once.
one match
Once,
against Shine.
Yeah.
One. But yeah, that was the type of thing where you have to look in and be like, okay, we know Sulky's better than Shine right now, but Shine's like 7-0.
They're facing each other in the ace match again. Back when Sulky was on SKT.
By the way, a couple hatches up right now. Just very quick Nexus, gate at the wall, nothing too crazy going on. It's pretty standard.
Yeah, I think Solar can get away with this. He did scout that the gateway did come out here first, so he has to worry about the tech here in just a bit.
Yeah, it's you know, when that Cybernex core finishes, guys, you're gonna hear me say this a lot. I'm sure you already have. That's when we get to see this matchup pick up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you got to see exactly what tech route the Protoss wants to go on. Most of the time, the Protoss is the one that kind of decides the flow of the game. Zerg, a very reactional race.
Yeah, reactional.
Reactional.
We can say whatever words we want, Artosis.
Yeah.
That makes
It's our
sense because you
language,
guys
too.
understand us.
Exactly.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
That's it.
Just like committal and economical. That's
Yeah.
it's truth.
What was that about Shakespeare?
It's like 60% of the words in his plays didn't exist, and now they all do.
Yeah. Shakespeare
And
made
I'm
up
not
a bunch
saying
of
I'm
words.
Shakespeare, but I sure
Well.
as hell am Artosis. So I can say these words, and we can use them, because they fill a void in the English language. We don't have the right words for what I'm trying to tell you guys. If Shakespeare
Well.
knew anything about StarCraft II, he would have probably made these words up already for us, but he didn't, so he didn't. And he's dead now, so we died. Here we are.
so
Without-
here we are.
Without
Artosis.
Shakespeare to save us.
Yeah. Only Artosis can save us now.
That's it.
Let's see
True
how
hero.
reactional Solar is going to be. To the very quick third base, I think we'll see out of Zest.
Reactional. Can we make a word like reactational if he expands downwards again? Because if Zest expands to the right and then Solar expands down, we call that reactational, because he's reacting by rotationally expanding.
That is even like next level. By the way, we aren't going to see at their base. We are going to see Zest all in here. It's kind of funny because he showed Solar that he was taking at their base. He's like, there's my forge, here are my 3 gates,
Yeah.
I have this many sentries, this is what Protoss does in the meta right now.
Yeah.
And I am expanding.
And you know what? That's 10 drones in the production tab.
Now, he also canceled the Roach Horn.
That's pretty legit for Zest. That definitely points towards happy things happening for him.
I think Solar is saying, I'm just going to do what a lot of Zergs are doing, especially on this map, and just go straight into Hydra, go Ling Hydra. Although he is now making a Roach Horn again.
I think he sees this War Prism. I'm surprised he even, like, made the War Prism if he's actually going to attack, because that kind of scares you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh god, a War Prism. Okay, this isn't what I thought.
Yeah, it's scaring Solar.
Yeah, and
sure.
now he's making spines, and he's, like, getting a Roach Warren, and suddenly it's like, well, I mean, you are going to take this third base.
Okay, well.
It's a very wonky build coming out of Zest.
Yeah. I don't know if that was just a reactional play from Zest, where he was going for it, and then he stopped because he saw Solar overreact a bit.
Like, he's getting a Robo, but he never got a Twilight. So it's very interesting what we're seeing here.
He could also just be doing, getting his production up a lot faster to be a bit safer so that he can defend against this very popular Ling Hydra push that we do see out of Zergs these days. And it may just work. He's got a ridiculous amount of sentries at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some merit in what you're saying here. You know, the funny thing is, if you just made a Spire and said all this other stuff against something like this, they don't have a starport or blink. You're just like, okay, I guess I win. I guess that's that.
Maybe that'll be the next step or two.
It could be. We sometimes see the metagame actually shift around like that. Yeah. There is a reason why blink came into the meta, and that was Mutalisks. People probably don't remember that. It was like in 2012, like late 2012 or something. Anyways. Here we go. A lot of Ling Hydra, as you were saying. Definitely a very popular way to play this matchup currently.
Even this map.
Yeah.
You just stop at around 60 drones and you just go. You just go.
That is so many force fields, though. It is. Yeah. That is so many. He has 11 sentries, and they have a hell of a lot of energy.
I think Zest knows how to play against this. There's no way you're going to break that with this many sentries.
Ever.
It's not going to happen.
If you look at this, if he just stands there, where can you attack? If you go into the third base, first off, that's way the hell around, so he can drag his whole army back. His travel time versus your travel time trying to switch routes is insanely smaller. He's got that nice wall. You can't do anything there. This is a great, great setup.
I would even love if he made a better wall there, the third. Just some extra pylons, but
yeah, up above the minerals.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that at all. But I tell you, I like what I'm seeing here, and I love that we see Pathogen Glands by Solar. Realizing that this is a tough game. He's looking at what Zest has there, and he's saying, oh, I can't kill that with layer tech. It's not going to happen. And Infestors, you can chain fungal those sentries down. Doesn't matter how much energy they have. You can chain fungal them for days.
It's so hard to split up your sentries and not get them fungal just by 2 fungals. And if you chain them up, it's really just about getting close enough against all the blink stalkers.
And it's great to see. Now, from here, I think he's going to go into Ultralisk tech. Because there's so many sentries, to negate 11 sentries, Ultralisks are going to be one of your best ways. And Solar is actually playing... I'm getting chills right now, but Solar's playing this very, very well. He's actually doing the right things. Zest has gotten himself into kind of a cool position, but Solar's well, I'm not going to waste these units. And I'm going to go for some smart tech here.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why Solar says he's very comfortable in this matchup. He's I still know what to do. I understand the way that Protoss works, even though I'm not executing it that well these days. I still know how to play.
Right now, we are going to see him coming in poke. This is a nice move as well. Force some energy off that. He's not really spending anything, right? Oh my god! Well, that's just crazy.
That's gross, man. Everything gets in. That's
Cactus Valley, more like Run by Valley.
Pretty much. Any race, any game, it doesn't matter. And man, he's getting in there all right.
Dude,
lots of zealots are being warped in, but
I'm going to use a little fungal there. Of course, he's Colossi. I'm pretty sure he knows that's not real.
Yeah, he must know.
But just picking off anything right now is fine because this run by really did some work. Now, we do have a little counter warping coming here from Zest.
Look at a lot of links. They're about that +2, though. Not yet.
Yeah. Well, he has 1-1 against 0-0 lings at the moment, but way too many lings for that to even matter. Some nice fungals going down, and he's, of course, going to be able to shred stalkers that can't blink.
Yeah. All the Hydras there now very safe behind the force fields up the ramp. He's going to have to move back. And Zest is finding a little bit more damage here in the main. Going to pull that army back. Buy himself a little bit of time to get rid of all the lings in his main and just kind of settle himself here.
We do have Ultras on the way for Solar. He really hasn't taken much damage. He's got a very strong economy. He's got that 4th base up. Psystorm is coming for Zest, but if we look at his actual unit count right now, Ultras shred his army completely. He's got 12 sentries, 9 stalkers, 11 zealots, and some high templars. Ultras just beat that straight up. Oh.
That fungal.
That fungal.
I really like the force fields trying to get the infestors out of the way, but he's not going to be able to do it. Everything is getting fungled up there.
Chain fungals,
everything.
Man. That's an insanely great way to deal with those. Okay, well, that's it. Zest is a dead nerd. Wow.
I mean, all the Hydras he couldn't touch him, and they were sitting back doing a ton of damage. GG.
All right, so that was an interesting game. There are so many portions of that game that are so interesting. The Ling run by was great, but strategically, he made all the right moves anyways, that he could have won that anyways. Yeah. And Zest's opener was the weirdest thing, I guess.
he almost played too safe against that Ling Hydra play.
Yeah.
Too many sentries, I guess. And
thing is, almost every Zerg will be like, well, I have all these layer units, it's time to go. Oh, I got Protoss. And it's like, no, I mean, you can't be dumb. You have to make smart moves. And Solar did that by going immediately into pathogen lands.
A lot of the Zergs do that where they're like, I made all these units, I gotta use them. I gotta kill them now. Or else I'm gonna die to the death ball later, but it's not always true.
Infestors are fantastic against gateway units, like just absolutely fantastic. Yeah. It's really High Templars and Colossus that they're afraid of. So that was a nice little switch, a nice transition by Solar. Some great play. Could he get out in first place? Maybe.
Could happen. Maybe it's the return of Solar coming out of this group.
Yeah, it's
making Kira look silly, and now Zest not looking too confident in the booth, I have to say.
The sun is rising for this Zerg right now.
Ooh.
That's all I got to say.
I just want to leave it at that. As you go to the game, I'm like, yeah, that's good.
I can't wait to get in this game.
HOT6 GSL
I'm very excited about
시즌 3.
this. Stare into my eyes, Valdez. In the top left!
KT 롤스터 제스트.
Where's his probes? That doesn't look like many probes.
Down your bottom right, in the blue.
삼성 갤럭시 솔라.
He's going in base with this.
Yes, he is. This
What
is fun.
What a dirty Protoss, Artosis.
Yeah.
I can't believe he would do this.
We'll just see just how dirty he is in a moment here. Will this end up working out against Solar?
This is Zest saying, like, I do not want to play this map against Solar. He's like, nope, this is
Fair enough.
This is not happening.
Oh, man.
Double 10 gates.
It's just, will Solar actually scout this? Some Zergs actually scout for this. Like Biel checks for this a lot of the time.
It just doesn't happen that often. And unfortunately, Solar's going for a hatch. Oh,
No, hold on.
I think he saw it.
Did he?
Yeah, he saw it. He saw it. You like knocked over your keyboard.
Yeah,
You're so surprised. You're like, what?
I was like, whoa. Yeah, he did see the gateway.
He scouted it.
absolutely did.
Unbelievable.
So this should be Solar getting out in first place. This is not this is like truly all in from Zest. Like there isn't a follow-up plan for this.
All he's got to do is not mess up his micro. He's got to do everything correctly. Get that pull down, get his spine down.
Yeah, he's going to too. Like he's canceled things. He's doing it all correct. This Zealot realistically needs to go directly out. Sometimes you pull it to try to get the ultimate surprise, but we'll see what he wants to do. Because he doesn't know that it's been scouted because there's longer vision on a drone than a gateway that's building. Anyways, here we go.
Coming on here immediately, 2 spines coming down.
Yeah, great position too.
He knows what he's doing, man. Gonna get the surround on the probe even.
Oh, that's... Oh, man.
Nice.
This group is not going how we expected it.
Well, now there's 2 Zealots out here. It's critical time before these spines are up. Zest needs to find the damage. Solar...
Zest is doing a great job with this micro, by the way. This is fantastic.
Look at this position.
Yeah, that's really good.
But once that spine goes down, like...
Look at this. Zest is doing a great job.
He really is.
A queen is about to pop out, and a queen is pretty important here.
Does get the surround, kills 2 of the Zealots, and now the queen is out, as you said. The Zealot there fighting against the Lings, and he's going to go down. There's a lot of very weak drones. And there you have it. It's going to be held.
Oh, man. This is it, guys. Like,
there you go.
You don't, like, you give me Solar's controls right now, I'll take care of Zest. There's no problem here. Zest would have to, like, perform, like, 7 miracles in a row to win this game. There's Lings going over to his base. Oh, this is so tough.
Yeah. Solar was making that extra spine. I was kind of curious about if he was going to let that finish.
Yeah.
But he's about to have no production. And that should be about it. Also, those Lings coming across the map, as you said, going to force some bad micro here from the probes, force them off the line.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Because remember, he sacrificed a lot of economy, obviously, to double proxy gate Zealot.
Yeah.
He sent one of his first 6 probes out for this build, so he does not have nearly as many probes as he's supposed to. He's got 17 still, which is like alrighty. But this is, look at that. Oof. Every probe.
Every probe counts. He needs to get out that mothership core too. That's the only production he's got at this point. He's going to have those 2 zealots. Oh, a nice little surround here. Gonna push those links out of the base.
Now, where do you go from here is the question. Does he go for an all-in from here, do you think? Or does he just try to expand and play something relatively normal?
Both of those options sound really bad to me.
Yeah, they sound pretty awful.
It seems like he's going to try with these 2 zealots on the mothership core to get some damage done. Maybe pull himself back on the game, play a bit of a normal game from here.
Thing is, with the instant second queen from Solar, it's good for so many reasons that he got like instantly a second queen. Because A, of course, the defense, but that means he had the extra energy to lay down some creep tumors to actually connect to his natural. So like, queens can get out there in 2 seconds to defend against anything that actually would come in. But right now we do see Zest wants to stop this scout so bad. He does. Ooh. So maybe the Stargate is a way that he could get back into it. He's going to have to kill a lot of drones with it, though. Let's look at that. Just seeing that there's no Nexus yet is...
Oh, they hit through, squeaking by, and they are going to see the Stargate. No deny here from any of the probes, and that's the scout he wanted. He just needed to see the follow-up.
Okay, so gateway all in. Fair enough.
What else would you do as a dirty Protoss?
You do a 4-gate. Back to the Protoss roots. Well, again, this is the thing is everything that Zest can do or try is super predictable and really easy to scout. It's just, oh man. Like, look, his Overlord just peeked in. He's like, oh, no Nexus?
No Nexus, huh?
Why make a 3rd hatch? Do you need a 3rd hatch against no Nexus? I don't think so. I think all you need is 1 base up on the Protoss, and you got a big edge.
Oh, and if he catches this probe, too, that would be ridiculous.
Oh, man, it would be. All right, so the reason he's making this Nexus is to show that Overlord, he's going to cancel it. He wants this to be found at the very last second, no doubt.
Solar is just so on top of this. He's like, where's your pylon? I know what's going on. Like,
this is going to break Zest's heart. Watch his face, watch his face.
Oh, God.
Look at the disappointment in... No, he doesn't even furrow his brow.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
He's a manly man, Artosis. He doesn't show his emotions.
No, certainly.
GG. That's how he'll show his emotions. Solar gets out of the group in first place.
Yeah.
What?
Does that big double fist pump twice. And that's a big deal for this guy, man. That was, you know what? He played solid tonight. He definitely deserves this. Kudos to him, seriously. Look at him. He's like running over right now.
He's like, please, Gary, interview me.
Yeah, he's running right over the interview area.
I have so much to talk about. I want to hear what he has to say, actually. That was a phenomenal performance tonight.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this this interview coming up, guys. Solar taking out Kira and Zest. Both players that are really great against Zerg. 2 different races as well.
I'm not sure exactly how you guys do the maps over here. Do you know if they actually get to pick the maps?
They do the vetoes and then pick normally.
They pick the maps? It's not random? Because getting Cactus Valley first for Solar is quite huge. I mean, it's a pretty good Zerg map these days, and he played that just flawlessly. He played it. There was like no mistakes in his play, actually.
He had a great series here. He had a great day here altogether. So, well, we'll be getting into that interview in a moment, guys. An exciting first day of the Code S. This means only one of Zest, Kira, and Youngshik are going to go through.
첫 번째 16강 진출자입니다. 삼성 갤럭시 강민주 선수 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
First player making the round of 16 is Solar. Congratulations, he says thank you.
먼저 진출 소감부터 들어볼게요.
You look like a different player today. How do you
사실
feel?
오늘 되게 조가 어렵고 좀 잘하는 상대들이 많아서 좀 되게 편한 마음가짐으로 왔거든요.
I thought it was a very difficult group for me.
뭐
There's a lot of good players in my group.
이런 마인드로 편하게 왔는데 내려놓고 편하게 경기한 게
I wasn't going to be too discouraged if I got knocked out from this group.
강민수 선수 굉장히
But I was lucky enough to advance.
포스전에서 유닛 하나하나를 굉장히 다 잘 쓰시더라고요.
It's pretty awesome. You're actually like, well, if I lose, it's okay. They're good.
저글링 다 제 역할 이상을 해줬는데
A lot of respect.
저글링으로
Yeah,
빈집
seriously.
것도 아주 좋았어요.
제가 그 경기가 사실
We used a variety of units
원래
to beat
히드라
Zest in the
저글링으로
first
피해를
set.
주면서 시작하는 빌드였거든요. 근데
네.
성훈 형이 일군도 안 찍고 되게 병력을 많이 짜내더라고요.
I was going to use my Hydras and
그래서 되게
Zerglings to get an early
가볍게 되게
advantage.
즉흥적인 선택이었거든요. 어떻게 보면.
오.
원래는 보통 저거들은 굴락을 가거나 약간 그런 식으로 하는데
네.
그냥 한번 저도 되니까 해보자라는 마인드로
In the
그냥
late game, I
했는데 되게
decided to use my
세더라고요.
infestors.
그래서 되게 좋은
That
결과가
really worked out well for me.
저그들이 사실
chain fungals, man. They were
토스들을
sick.
굉장히 어려움을 많이 호소하는데 강민수 선수에게 토스전은 그렇게 어려워 보이지가 않아요. 토스전이
Zerg's having a hard time against Protoss these days, but it'll be
그냥
easy for you
토스들이
tonight.
맨날 알아서 져주더라고요.
알아서
네, 그냥 좀 잘 막으면서 이렇게 버티면서 후반 운영을 가면 되게 어려운
I think the Protoss players really didn't perform 100% tonight.
좋은 상황이 많이 나와서요. 그래서 항상
I gained an early
좋게
advantage,
시작해서
and I was able to carry that advantage to the end.
그렇군요. 그런데 오늘 이 강민수 선수가 이 배를 많이 실컷 굴려서 초반에 압도하는 경기를 워낙 좋아하긴 하지만 그것에 이 약점이
played a
들어갔던 게
really
김동
greedy game in the early
선수의
games today.
실수였어요.
제가 근데 그 경기가
네,
제 배를 그렇게 안 불렸어요. 그러니까 충분히 제가 막을 수 있는 빌드였거든요.
네,
근데 막을 수 있었는데 제 컨트롤이 너무 좋지 못해가지고 제가 충분히 막을 수 있는 상황이었는데
네.
약간
Talking
좀
about the
어이없게
second set
풀려가지고 그래서
against,
경기 때
Kier.
되게 열심히 했어요.
막을 수 있는 사이즈였다 분명히.
네.
근데 제가 김동국 코치에게
It's a build I'm able to defend against harassment, but my Microsoft, I made a few mistakes. Yeah, we were actually talking about that, where he was messing up against the
그런
Hellbats. That was
부분에
weird.
어려움이 조금 겪나요?
Seemed like he should have held that with what he did.
그렇군요. 자, 강민수 선수 이번에 오랜만에 조지명식에 올라가게 됐습니다. 자, 저번에는 32강에서 떨어져서 조지명식에 참가했었잖아요. 이번에는 어떠세요? 어떤 각오세요?
저번
It's been a
시즌에
while since
제가
you've been
되게
in group
허무하게
sections.
탈락하고 초반
What's your
전략을
goal
많이
for the
키우고
remainder
이러다
of
보니까
GSL?
네.
오늘 좀 더 안전하게 해서 좋은 결과 얻은 것 같고 그리고 16강에서도
Last season, I
제
was
스타일 잘
knocked out very
살리면서도
early,
충분히 안정적인 경기 운영
so I
보여드릴
wanted
수
to play a very
있고
secure game,
진짜
some active
최근에도
games.
되게 레더도 되게 열심히
Trying
하고
to
있고
prepare and
되게
prepare
열심히 많이 하고
new
있으니까
builds for the round of
기대해 주셨으면
16.
좋겠어요.
네.
Playing a lot of games in the
오늘
ladder
보여준
and
경기
in the team
워낙
house.
16강전도 멋질 거란 생각이
So I'm
드는데
pretty sure I can
오늘
play better than last
경기에서
season.
강민수 선수가
would agree.
가장 마음에 드는
Definitely playing better than
최고의
last season
경기를
already.
뽑는다면 어떤 세트가
yeah.
있으세요?
성훈경이랑 한 캡터스 밸리가 되게 마음에 들어요. 왜냐면 되게
Which set was the best set for you
긍정적으로
tonight?
했는데 게임이 되게 잘 풀려가지고
네.
그 저글링 빈집 같은 경우에도 원래 안 당하거든요. 토스들이 잘.
Cactus
네.
Valley game
근데
against
좀 운
Zest.
좋게 당하셔가지고
네, 진균 대박도 나오고.
네 맞아요.
아주 재밌은
So able to get into his
경기였는데.
main base.
자, 올해 마지막
I was lucky to
국내
send my
개인
Zerglings,
리그입니다. 그만큼
and
각오도
run
남다를 것
right
같은데
through.
이번 시즌 목표와 각오.
I was able to control my infestors
저에게
quite well,
있어서
so
마지막
I'm
분단을
really
제가
satisfied with how that game went.
진짜 우승을 목표로 마지막 분단의
So
심장이
it's the last Heartless Swarm individual league for Solar, so he wants to become the champion.
감사합니다.
네. 자,
He wants to
이렇게
end out
이번
this
시즌
era
첫
of
번째
the
주제가
second
선수
or the
갤럭시
first
강민수
expansion of
선수를
StarCraft
저는
2
잠시 후에
very well. So, Solar gets out in first place. Wasn't expecting it.
But
Happy
he did
for
it.
him. Yeah.
He did it. He's going to be in the round of 16, and he's also a very fun guy to have in the group selections, too.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
He truly is. Like, he's got a really great big personality,
Yeah.
so that'll be fun. I hope him and Parting get to have some words together. That would be
please.
That would be
And if they
fantastic.
can face off against each other with Solar's ZVP that we saw today and the PVZ of Parting, of course, that could be insane.
Yeah, certainly could be. All right, well, guys, we're going to have Kier versus Myungshik coming up next after this quick commercial break.